Hello and welcome to the Redmen TV, proudly backed for the season by Ladbrokes. New customer offers still going on. You can bet £5, you get £20 in free bets. Terms and conditions apply. If you want to do that, go and have a look at the terms and conditions, ladbrokes.com. But there's a link in the description. If you go there, you will get that bet £5, get £20 in free bets. So go over there, fancy yourself as a little bit of a gambler and you want to win some money on the footy, then do that this weekend as Liverpool play hosts to Burnley. We're going to start off with the Start 11 prediction show, as we always do, with the goalkeeper, who this week, I believe, will be Simon Mignolet, coming straight back in after sitting out the Champions League game midweek against Sevilla. Another guy who will be coming straight back into the side for me is Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's going to come in at right back. I think we're going to see the same centre-back partnership as played so well and so badly against Sevilla, and that's Joel Matip and Dejan Lovren. And I think backing them up on the left-hand side, we're actually going to see a little bit of Andy Robertson. I think, you know, it's easy to see him slot in against a side like Leicester in the League Cup, when we maybe will put a much weakened side out. But I also think that he needs Premier League experience, so he's going to be going on the left-hand side for me. Quite a few changes this time, actually. I'm going to go Jordan Henderson in the centre. I'm going to back him up with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, and then I'm going to go Emre Can here. So that's going to be my three midfielders. If I can, you know what, let's put Emre Can over there because he wants to play over there, and Oxlade-Chamberlain on this side. I'm going to go Mo Salah on the floor. Again, you think we change the magnets, but we don't, because we forget about it every single time the show ends. So Mo Salah's going to play on the right-hand side. Phil Coutinho to come back into the side on the left, and Roberto Firmino up top. So that's the side that I think Jurgen Klopp is going to select for Liverpool. I know I've got no chance of getting this right. I really do understand that. We're going to talk a little bit about first goal scorer. So I'm going to read out a few of the odds and stuff first and foremost. Obviously, these odds fluctuate as the market changes, but as of filming, these are the correct odds. So, excuse me. If you think Daniel Sturridge is going to start this game, 10-3. Mo Salah, 10-3. Roberto Firmino, 10-3. Phil Coutinho, 4-1 odds there. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, 9-1. I tell you what, I don't normally read out the other players' odds, but John Walters at 12-1 against Liverpool is not a bad shout, so I thought I'd actually read that one out. And then, yeah, that's the players that I'm going to select there. So let me know in the comments section who you think could be Liverpool's first goal scorer in this game, and we will select that and add the little frame to the player at the end of the show. I'm going to get into the comment section now, but before I just get into the comment section, Si, if you could pull out a couple of good ones for me. I just wanted to talk about a 4-2-3-1 formation that I thought we might see Liverpool utilise this season. I wanted to get your thoughts on whether this is something that you might look at. We saw Roberto Firmino drop into the 10 the other day against Sevilla, and then Daniel Sturridge essentially pop up here. Now, I wonder whether, you know, you might see something a little bit stranger like that, you know, or, you know, I think, why did I move him? Just stay, Mo, please, please. Right, so, oh, for goodness sakes. Live TV, sorry, it's live TV, mate. You know what I mean? This is crazy. I wonder whether you could see something like that in this game, and I wonder whether this might be something, you know, you got the one midfielder slightly deeper, and maybe he's charged with covering for the right back if he goes forwards, and Henderson's more over to the left back if he goes forwards and stuff. And I just wonder whether putting these players together, you know, you got a guy who can create space for himself, maybe score a goal there in Daniel Sturridge against a low block side. We know that Burnley are probably going to play with two banks of four, or at the very least, four defenders with two really deep defensive midfielders and two quite deep midfielders on the left and the right hand side. I wonder whether Firmino could find pockets of space in there and look to just sort of thread balls into a running Salah and a running Coutinho, and then maybe have someone like Can or an Oxlade-Chamberlain breaking on that. Because I imagine that these games are going to go similar. This game's going to go quite similar to the games from last season, and that Liverpool are going to have a lot of possession and a lot of shots. So I wondered whether this might be something that we actually think, you know what, maybe there is cause that Liverpool could change it up slightly. I just want to know what people's thoughts on that one were anyway. Nice comment for me, please, Simon.
There's a few people, including Alton the Kid, who says, what do you think about Gomez and Matip for centre-halves since the other partnerships don't seem to work? Got to try something. And there's loads of people. Kyle Jenkins disagrees. He said Gomez showed yesterday he's not fit to be centre-back yet. But there is lots of people saying Gomez should play.
Yeah, listen, Gomez is clearly a talented footballer. He's looked just as comfortable at right back as he has. We've not really seen him at centre back, and at some point we're going to probably have to have a look at him, and maybe that is the League Cup again. We saw him in the League Cup. I think it was against Leeds last year. He didn't particularly impress. There was one game, I forget if it was Leeds or not. We are going to have a look at him. He's a talented footballer. He seems to me like he'd be that right-hand side centre-back. And Matip would have to move over then to the left-hand side. It's definitely something that I'd like to see, whether it's a game of this importance. Because right now, this is important. We're level on points with Burnley. They're ahead of us in the league by 1 goal on goal difference, aren't they? So we have... After coming off the City game, after coming off the disappointing Sevilla result, we need to get 3 points in this game. Leicester's going to be a tough game as well, away in the league. Never mind the cup and stuff. So we don't want to fall too far behind our rivals. And, I think stability is also called for. But you know what? Getting behind Joe Gomez is never going to be a bad thing. And I do want to see him play centre-back at some point during the season. I just question whether this is the game to do it. Okay. Do you see...
Zaman Magician. He says, I like the 4-2-3-1. Do you agree that it's good time and that Coutinho is back to replace Mane?
Yeah, first and foremost, if you're not onto Zaman Magician, get onto him on Twitter. He's done videos with us after the games and stuff. Tremendous, so talented. Just had me completely flummoxed. And I'm one of the most pessimistic when it comes to magic in the world. And I was just like, wow. You completely had no idea. So get on to Zaman Magician. So thanks for the comment, first of all. It's a good time that Coutinho's back to replace Mane. I think it has to be. I think his touch was a little bit off for me against Sevilla and stuff. But, whether he plays in the centre of the park and maybe Oxlade-Chamberlain comes out on the left, we have a good discussion on that, which you'll see on the Uncensored Match build-up show later on. I think it is good time, and I think we've lacked that little bit of creativity because we're still missing Adam Lallana. We've obviously missed Phil Coutinho so far. You can't say, whatever you think personally about what Coutinho did and handing the transfer request in on the eve of the season and all that type of stuff, we're a better side for Phil Coutinho being in there. So the timing is obviously good for us because we're losing one of, I think, our best player in Sadio Mane and we're getting back our second best player. So yeah, timing's everything. And in this, Saman, I think that's right. So good comment. Thank you very much for that. Jack Bascom, thoughts on Chan at centre-back? Honestly think he'd be better than Lovren. Still not ideal. Yeah, I mean, we've seen him at right-back. That was terrible. We've seen him at centre-back in a 3 at the back. Didn't look so bad there. He came out with the ball well. I just don't think that's where he wants to play. And I think he's got all the physical attributes, certainly. I do think that he switches off sometimes during games. I think the Sevilla second goal, I personally think that was a little bit down to him. You know what I mean? And then you think of the Sevilla first goal as well. He should have won that ball back. And, you'd expect centre-halves to go in full throttle for something like that. So there are a few little weaknesses to his game that would maybe me question why you would use him. Ultimately, what it comes down to is this. Emre Can is not in the same league as the target, which was Virgil van Dijk as a centre-back. Emre Can isn't in the... For me, right now, I wouldn't be thinking about him. There's so many centre-backs out there that we should have just signed one of them that would have been a better option than dropping Emre Can deep. And right now, because of where we are... it feels like we should think about these type of options. I think Klavan's a better centre-back than Emre Can, I really do. I don't see that there's that much wrong with Klavan, other than he's just a little bit slow and a little bit old.
Michael Garner says, how long till Lallana is fit? But his main point is, don't you think Milner can start over Emre Can?
Yeah, absolutely. I really like James Milner as a footballer, and I think there are times when the Sevilla game for me was perfect. When we were 2-1, I'd have brought James Milner in and I'd just told him, calm down, get the lads to keep the ball, pass it around a little bit, And we seem to just go full throttle all the time, and it's heavy metal football, isn't it? And we saw some comments from, I think it was my match reaction, that was saying heavy mental football, which is kind of what we've been playing recently and stuff. We're so good at the attack and so poor in the defence. Milner's a calming influence that could come into a game like this and really just make us keep the ball a little bit more. You know, we don't have to always attack at a pace. We can build up slowly. We do have that in us. We did that last season at times. You know, it's just that we look so much more dynamic with Salah and Mane playing that it feels like we always just have to keep going and going and going, which sometimes, especially European competition, keep the ball, make them work for it, take some time off the clock, and that would have been absolutely fine in the game. Fazi Rahman, do you see Salah getting 20 plus goals this season? Yes, absolutely. He said it from when we signed him, absolutely. Get Stevie in the dressing room, the lads might struggle to understand him though, says positive comment. Stevie will be around and about, you know. Yeah, if Jurgen Klopp's the motivator, isn't he? Yeah, but I get your point. Chris, do you have odds on the frame on picking the first Liverpool player to get a red card? No, we don't, but we can certainly do that if that's something that you want. In this game, I would go for Dejan Lovren losing his head. Do you expect Mohamed Salah to get 20 goals? We've answered that one, apologies. Football fan, page at mates. Do you think we will strengthen centre-half situation come January window? Abso-friggin-lutely. Ali Al-Hawaii, don't you guys think that it's time to get rid of Henderson? His passes were all the way to the cop. We need someone who really knows how to play football. He was running like a headless chicken. I don't, and listen, everybody knows that I'm a Jordan Henderson fan. I think he's a good footballer. I really do. Like, I think a lot of the animosity that is shown from the fan base is because he's the captain and he's not the captain that people want. I think when you look at his performance against Sevilla, there was good and there was bad. Don't get me wrong, I'm not blind to those things that he does badly, but right now he's playing as a defensive midfielder and he's winning the ball back, and he's winning the ball back loads, and he's been acting as last man sometimes and getting tackles in the box and stuff like that. And I think it's far too easy for people to forget all the good that he does because he misses a pass by 5 yards to Alberto Moreno, which we didn't lose the ball from anyway, or he overhits a ball to Joe Gomez that Gini Wijnaldum actually chases down and nearly gets back for us when Joe Gomez pulled his run up and stuff. So look, I'm not saying Jordan Henderson has been playing at 10s, but, you know, for me, his performance is like a 6 and he's playing at 7s. And when he really does start to play well, and we saw that last season, he's a top midfielder and he can be a top midfielder. He's still coming back off a lengthy injury. And I know I'm a fan and you might think I'm deluded, and that's absolutely fine. Like, we'll probably disagree on loads of stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that. There really isn't. But if you ask in my opinion, which you are, I don't think it's time to get rid of Jordan Henderson. I think he's the best option that we have at the Football Club right now in that number 6 position. Whether you agree or not with that, Jurgen Klopp seems to agree with that. And whether you think we should replace him or not is irrelevant because the transfer window's shut. But thanks so much for the question. I really do appreciate it.
Brad Council says I'd go with that exact team. It would be nice to see Woodburn off the bench as an impact sub.
Well, yeah, we've not seen Woodburn, have we? I know. I do. I think Woodburn's going to get the start against Leicester. It'd be nice to come in to a game and, you know, have a couple of goals lead and bring Ben Woodburn in and see what he can do. That would be lovely. Like, Chris, what are the odds on me getting boots on and getting 15 minutes at the end? I've got a cracking left foot, says Mr. Botty 1975. My wage, you're 41. Alex Manninger retired from the easiest position to play on for it. I think it was like 40, mate. So the odds are 0. 0 odds for that one.
Maybe he just likes the band, the 1975.
Oh, right, okay. It's not how YouTube comments work, though, is it? Saying that, I've got an email that's Goodfellas because I like the pizza. No, it's the film. I prefer Skrtel to Lovren. At least Skrtel has got a goal in him and never made as many mistakes as Lovren. Yeah, that's Chris X. I remember a lot of Martin Skrtel's mistakes. I remember a lot of goals. Martin Skrtel was one of them that had a good season and a bad season, a good season and a bad season, and then a bad. Dejan Lovren has a good game and 10 bad games, and that's the difference between them right now. Like, Brian Quigley, Pajak News. We've not seen a Pajak News in ages. See if I should. Chris, can you please text Lovren to tell him to go fuck himself with a massive strap on? I haven't got his number and I wouldn't anyway. I think that's really, really harsh. Kyle Jenkins says Keita is an attacking midfielder, guys. I assume there's been a talk in the comment section of maybe about the Henderson stuff, about him being a defensive midfielder. He's not. He's a box-to-box midfielder. He's very much, he's an attacking player. You know, he picks the ball up, he drives on with it. He's got the range to cover sideline to sideline if you wanted him to. I wouldn't see him coming in and playing the 6 for Liverpool. I would see him in probably one of these 2 positions, so I agree with you there, mate. Space Wolfful. Jordan Henderson is instrumental in shutting down counter-attacks from the opposition. He's very important for the way Liverpool play. Agreed. Packing my boots away, Mr. Botty 19. I'm so sorry. You can still play 5-a-side. Come down and play with us. We played to speak goals on a Wednesday night. Yeah. How many goals do you see Bobby getting this season, Chris? Ooh, what's he on now? 3 so far in the Premier League. Between 15 and 20, but maybe more towards the 20. And there you go then. Do you think Henderson or Chan are better? Right now, Henderson, although I do think that Chan probably has the highest ceiling. Whether he'll be here to hit that ceiling or not, I'm not sure. Where are them big pins, lad? Says Neil Amos. They're just down here, mate. They're holding me up, you know what I mean? Jack Bascom has asked probably the weirdest comment. So if you could answer this question, everybody in the comment section, would you suck Chris's dick to have Van Dijk now? I'll wait 45 seconds. I'm going to check. In fact, you know what? I'm going to wrap this up. But first of all, I am going to go for my top goal scorer, or first goal scorer. Apologies. And I think I like, for this one, because I didn't see many. Did we have many people shouting first goal scorer?
I think a lot of them were saying Coutinho, I think.
Yeah, 4-1. Yeah, I can see that, absolutely. I am not...
Oxlade-Chamberlain to shout, you know.
Oxlade-Chamberlain.
9-1.
I was thinking Oxlade-Chamberlain, because he's had a tough start. You know what, Si? We'll go with Oxlade-Chamberlain, mate. Good shout.
It's good odds.
Fucking pen doesn't work, does it? Good odds, exactly. And the likelihood is, I'm probably wrong here, he'll probably start on the left-hand side instead of Phil Coutinho, which will mean that he's further up. As I said, those odds do fluctuate and stuff, but 9-1. And the reason that I think Oxlade-Chamberlain could be the first goal scorer in this game, or what I was thinking about it, is that he's had a little bit of a tough start to his Liverpool career, and he's got a lot of Arsenal fans bantering him and stuff, but hopefully Alex will be watching the TV tonight, because it's Thursday and Arsenal playing, so, you know... Yeah, sounds. Oxlade-Chamberlain 9-1. There you go. Thank you so much for watching. I do want to go in and check the comments, so I will do that. I'll be in the comments for a couple of minutes and stuff. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the Redmen TV, and click that little notification bell if you want to know when we're going live. Thanks very much, and I'll see you next time on the Redmen TV.